Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Sports Blitz here, back with my Week 2 NFL game predictions. Before I get into this, make sure to pound that like button and subscribe. If we can hit 675 before Thursday Night Football, that'd be absolutely insane. So please help me out with that goal. And we have kicking off the week Thursday Night Football between the Giants and the football team. Now, if this were week 1, I'd probably have a harder time predicting it, but after seeing how the Giants played week 1, it made it a lot easier for me to predict this. The Giants' offensive line looked terrible. Daniel Jones looked terrible. I'm going to go with the Washington football team. I think their defensive line is going to just absolutely destroy this Giants' offensive line. Like, I could very well see 6 or 7 sacks. So, it's going to be a dominant game. I think it'll still be low scoring. I think Washington is only going to win, I'll say 20-14. I think that's relatively low scoring. So, that's my prediction for that one. Let's go ahead and jump into the Sunday games. So, starting with these AFC games, we have the Texans at Browns. I'm going the Browns here. The Texans had a really good showing week 1. I did predict them to win, so that was a good win for me. They played really well. They impressed me. But the Browns, I think the Browns are still one of the best teams in the AFC, so this isn't going to be an easy game by any means. But I'm not going to predict the Browns to absolutely blow them out. I think they'll be at least relatively competitive. So I think I'm going to take the Browns here 30-24. Okay? Then we have the Bills at Dolphins. Bills are coming off a tough loss against the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the Bills are still, another amazing team in the AFC. The Dolphins are good too. They've got a solid defense. I didn't see enough from Tua to really say he's necessarily the guy quite yet, but he didn't show me anything to say he's not the guy either. So, still something I want to see there. I think the Bills are just more proven. I'm going to take the Bills here, and I'm going to take them 23-21. If it was in Buffalo, I'd probably take him with a little bit bigger of a win, but Miami, I think, will keep it close. Then we have the Broncos at the Jaguars. The Jaguars look terrible. I've been saying all offseason I'm not a believer in Urban Meyer. I don't think he's the guy. I do like Trevor Lawrence, however. I think he's solid. The Broncos had a really good performance week 1 against the Giants. So, I think the Giants are still a little bit better of a team than even the Broncos, if I'm being honest. So, I'm going to take the Broncos here, and I'm going to take them winning 30-21. Then we have the Patriots at Jets. Now the Jets, they showed in that game against the Panthers that they're able to come back and fight. Okay, they didn't give up at any point. Zach Wilson also showed that he isn't afraid to get back up after a sack and keep fighting. He showed a lot of toughness in him. However, I think the Patriots are just a much more complete, much better team right now. So I'm going to take the Patriots here. I wouldn't be surprised if the Jets get the upset here. I'm going to take the Patriots 20-17. Then we have the Raiders and Steelers. I've mentioned a few times already, guys, the Raiders surprised me. They proved me wrong. They played damn tough against the Ravens. They looked really good. However, so did the Steelers. I previously had the Steelers at 8-9 or 9-8, and they played really well against the Bills, especially in the second half. This is going to be a really good game. I don't think it's going to be a blowout for either side. I'm actually going to take the Steelers here, though. I am going to take them with a score 27-24. I think the Raiders will keep it really, really close and down to the wire again. Then we have the Chiefs at Ravens. Ravens I still think have a lot of talent, but the Chiefs showed that they're still just a much better team. Ravens, I just don't think they're able to come back in games and close out games. Plus, Patrick Mahomes has kind of been owning the Ravens since, since they've been in the league. So I just take the Chiefs here, straight up. I'm going to say 33-27. Then we have the Bengals at Bears. Now, I am going to pick the upset here, and I am going to choose the Bengals to win. I don't think Andy Dalton's the guy. Their defense really didn't look that good against the Rams. Bengals played pretty tough. They played pretty tough. So I'm going to take the Bengals here with a 26-21 win. Then we have the Rams at Colts. Colts, I think, still have a solid defense. Carson Wentz didn't really look bad. Their offensive line still looked really good. But the Rams are one of the best-looking teams of Week 1. Stafford looked smooth. His deep ball was incredible. He was protecting the ball really well. They were firing on all cylinders in that game. So I'm going to take the Rams here. I'm going to take him with a 20... Actually, I'm going to say 30-26 win for the Rams. Then we have the Cowboys and Chargers. This is a tough one. This is going to be a really good game between Dak and Justin Herbert. I'm actually really excited to see this game. I think the Chargers have the better defense. You know what? I'm going to pick the Chargers here. If it was in Dallas, I'd probably take the Cowboys. But I think the Chargers are going to be able to pull this off. It's going to be close. It's going to be high scoring, I feel like. But Justin Herbert, I think he's ready for that type of matchup. So I'm going to take the Chargers here 33-31. It's going to be a fun game. Then we have the Titans at Seahawks. If the Titans play anything like they did against the Cardinals last week, they're not beating the Seahawks either. I'm going to pick the Seahawks here. I'm going to pick them 33-24. Already talked about the Giants in Washington. But now we have the 49ers at the Eagles. The Eagles also played really, really well Week 1. They were one of the biggest surprises of Week 1. Now, I've been saying all offseason I have a lot of confidence in Jalen Hurts, just not the rest of that roster and the coach. The rest of the roster looked pretty solid as well. The Niners have also had some injuries. Raheem Mostert went down. Jason Verrett went down. I believe Dre Greenlaw actually had an injury too. I'm not sure the status of that. So the 49ers are injury-plagued again. This could be a really, really close game. This could be a tough game, actually. This is also a game I could see the Eagles upsetting the 49ers here, but I'm going to take the 49ers still, and I'm going to take them with a 24-22 win. Then we have the Saints at Panthers. Few things here. The Saints dominated the Packers. They dominated the Packers. And I'm not sure how much of that was the Saints playing really well or the Packers playing really bad. I saw a lot of just terrible throws in general from Aaron Rodgers. It didn't look like the Aaron Rodgers we're used to seeing. So I'm not sure quite how much to take from it. I think the Saints defense is still very stout. The offensive line is still incredible, and Jameis Winston looks solid. So this is going to be a tough matchup. The Panthers defense also looked dominant against the Jets. And I get the Jets aren't exactly well known for their offense, but I mean, they had 6 sacks. I want to say 9 pass deflections, a forced fumble, an interception. Held them to only like 2.8 yards a carry. They just dominated on all levels of their defense. So this I see being a relatively low-scoring game. Since it's in Carolina and they have home field advantage, I'm going to take the Panthers here. I'm going to take them with a 23-20 win, but I would not be surprised at all if the Saints win this. Saints and Panthers games are always, at least the first game they play every season is really competitive. The second game they play, the Saints usually blow out the Panthers. I think since it's early on and Saints just, I know they didn't start slow against the Packers, but they tend to start out the season a little bit slower. I'm going to take the Panthers here 23-20. Then we have the Falcons at Bucks. Falcons didn't look good at all week 1. Bucks looked solid again. I mean, there's not much to it. I think the Bucks are honestly going to put 37 on the Falcons and win 37-21. I think it's going to be that dominant of a performance. Then we have the Vikings at Cardinals. I'm going to take the Cardinals. Vikings just didn't look all that great week 1. Their DBs looked confused. Their D-line looked solid. They got a few sacks in there. Dalvin Cook didn't have an incredible game, to be honest. Justin Jefferson was contained really well, and the Cardinals looked incredible week 1. So, based off that, I'm picking the Cardinals here, and I think the Cardinals can win 30-24. Then we have the Lions at the Packers. Now, I will say 2 things here. The Lions showed a lot of fight against the 49ers. Coming back and making it an 8-point game and just really being competitive there at the end. That showed the Dan Campbell type of mentality where, when your opponent knocks you down, you get back up and fight. They showed a lot of fight there. So I like that mentality. And I will also say, despite the Packers' really rough week 1 performance, I just don't see any way that the Lions are going to beat them in Lambeau. I don't see it. Even if Aaron Rodgers plays like just an average quarterback, I think the Packers are still going to win. I think Aaron Jones is going to have a big game. And I think I'm going to take the Packers 31-25. 31-25 there. So these are my week 2 game predictions. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. I'm sure I'm going to get some of these wrong. I'm not saying these are all set in stone. Like I said, there's some games here that I wouldn't be surprised if they were upsets. But yeah, this is my prediction for week 1. So again, be sure to leave a like on the video, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you next time. Later.